Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the pre-market show. It is Friday, October 25th, and then we made it to the last day of the week. And here we go. Plenty of poppers all week. Things were popping. And let's see how the heat map's going to look. It didn't change over yet. So we're just taking a look at it. I'll see when it changes over. But let's go ahead and look at our Jolie's jumpers. I hope everybody has a great Friday. Here we go. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice. So always do your due diligence. Maybe this is the heat map because it is after 7. And this was what it should be looking like. I didn't see it flip around, but maybe it did, and I didn't notice. Microsoft's up 0.41%. Apple's down almost 1%. Google's up 0.32%. Meta's up 0.71%. Amazon is up 0.59%. Tesla's down almost 2%. And Nvidia is up 0.24%. So there you go. We'll go through them better in a few, but let's go ahead and look at our Jolie's jumpers. Let me hop on there and see. I was like, did I just X off of this thing again? I don't know what's going on. Every time I go off of here, it seems like it here, let me go right here. I got them right here. AEHL. What were we looking at last night? Let's see what it's doing. AEHL. It is today's day or date. It opened at 49, but it did run a little bit yesterday from 47 to 58. And we were looking at this bad boy, AEHL. And oh no, we were looking at AEHR. We did look at Antelope Enterprises before, not yesterday though. My apologies. That was not the one we looked at yesterday, Antelope. I just looked at the name and said it wasn't Antelope. It was AEHR. We'll look at that real quick and see what it's doing. But this is Antelope, and this did run up yesterday. A little pullback today. Nothing too crazy there, but it is setting up. I mean, it's trying to get out of the basement and looking decent. I would keep this on the list as a matter of fact. AEHR, what was that doing? That is up a little bit as well. That is today's date. And AEHR, and that one, I have yesterday's date here, but Finviz has it setting up, and I'm telling you, this bad boy's in a good spot. So we're keeping an eye on AEHR as well. So AEHL and AEHR both look good to keep an eye on. BLNK, here we go with blink charging. It ran really nice yesterday, huh? With some really, I hate when I do this. With some really nice. Hold on, I have to go back into the trend spider real quick. Oh yeah, here we go. You like if you hit too many letters and hit something, it comes up with this weird screen and kicks you out. I have no idea why it does that, but if you like try to bring up something that's definitely not a stock ticker and hit enter, it like kicks you out of the website. I have no idea what goes on. I've done it a few times, but here we go. Blink charging, BLNK. Like I said yesterday, it was running nice. I remember I told you it was getting up to that 225. It got up to 218 from 199, and it's opening at 216 today, and it has momentum. So look for it. And that beauty we looked at from the very top back here on July 16th, followed it all the way down, and then found the bottom back down here on September 9th at 153, and now you're at 216. And we've tracked that one the entire time. So pretty cool to watch it go from the top to the and it never really got, I guess it did get to the bottom there. Yeah, it did get in the bottom. September 9th. So yeah, it went from the top to the bottom and now setting back up and doing what we're saying. So there you go, BLNK. And there it's gonna get back to that 225 area. And then like I said, we're gonna have to readdress it there. It might blast through there today or next week. So we'll keep an eye on it. We have been, and there you go. How about Craig? What is he up to this morning? Smart Power Corp. And let me see. Craig. It ran yesterday, 83 to 127. Today it's at 89 and just pulling back a little bit. So he did run up yesterday. And I could see this one setting up again, but not right at the moment. What about DRUG? This thing is insane. It ran up more yesterday. We were talking about it. Went from what 45 to 53. It's at 49.50, and it's still staying at the top. So this thing's insane, but I'll tell you what, when it comes back down next week, it's coming down. So it is way in the top. And if you do short them, you want to look at this pretty soon. I wonder if people started jumping on it right away and then it stayed up there and screwed people because you would think that this thing would have came back down right on October 17th and somehow it popped back up on the 18th. I bet it screwed a bunch of people right there on the shorts. EFSH 1847 holdings. This has been popping up a lot lately. We were looking at it for a little bit. It popped up really big the 18th on what Friday, and then this week it popped up yesterday 161 to 458. Last Friday it went from like 174 to 10. And then today, right? Yeah, today's date it's opening at 284 and already jumped to 324, and that's where it's sitting. So that is EFSH, and it is running up there, and it's been a pretty crazy one lately. IMTE, this one's running up too. I'm not sure we looked at this IMTE, but it definitely ran up yesterday. It's not doing anything this morning, but 129 to 190. I'll look. I don't see anything happening. IMTE. Pre-market says it is up 11 cents on hold on. Yeah, it's definitely the same. It says it's up 11 cents on Webboy. Couldn't think of the name of this thing. And it's at 165. So let's see. Mine says it's at 180 and just sitting there. And then this one says it's at 154. So maybe it is moving right now and possibly at 180. I'm not exactly sure. IMTE, but it definitely moved yesterday and looks like it could keep some momentum. I just can't really tell what's going on yet. JFBR, that's Jeff's brands. Remember, we were looking at this the other day and I said his brands were looking good. Well, it popped up this morning big time. Opened at 46. Hold on, let me look because it gapped up is what it did. Jeff Brands. Yesterday it closed at 37. Today, I don't know. It just ran up. So it looked like it gapped up on here. These are the right dates. Yeah, Finviz makes it look like it like gapped up like crazy. I don't know what. I have no idea. Says it closed at like 27 cents and then today so I don't know what the heck this thing's talking about. But anyway, here we go. Um I'll just tell you what 35 to 59 this morning and it is moving and I'm telling you we were looking at it. I'm telling you these charts are just so goofy right now and I think it's because they're the transformation's happening is what I think because I don't know. It's been goofy for like 2 3 weeks now and I've never really seen them do this before in my life. So that's why it's like, what is happening? It happens way too much. So that's why I was just looking at it like, what is going on right now? And yeah, it's just kind of goofy. LYEL. Let's take a look at this one, LYEL, and see what you're up to real quick. This one ran up really nice yesterday, 115 to 177, and then 130 to 143 this morning. And it is at 116, so it appears that it is pulling back, but it did run up a pretty nice run up there yesterday. NXL is at up 19 cents. It's getting into the top there. And let me see what this is looking like. NXL. Yeah, it ran up really nice yesterday, 137 to 275. And this morning it opened at 261, got up to 283. It's at 236 and probably hitting that resistance up there. So that is NXLQLGN. So, yep, QLGN we were looking at. Remember, it had that huge dip right there. And I was saying, look at it in the morning if it's going to try to bounce. Didn't really have a huge bounce look, but it looks like it tried to do something. Opened at 12 and went to 13 and back to 11. So, yeah, didn't have that huge bounce look last night. I mean, it got a penny out of it. So, and then the low yesterday was 7.5, and it's at 10. So that was nice if you caught that low. And that was QLGN. And let's look at Rivian because this one's starting to move as well. We've been watching it and it's getting ready, guys. So keep an eye on Rivian. It's right there and it is setting up to get moving. So Rivian looking better. And let's look at SAG holding. That's that new one that ran up and it could be pulling back. It's a tough one. It says it's up 75 cents to 621. Let me just look on mine. That was yesterday's date. And this is yesterday. This is today. 637 to 649 and its low is 592. It's sitting at 649. So it's sitting at its high looking pretty good on my chart. And that's SAG, but that's all I can basically tell you because it's only been 3 days of trading. STI, let's look at this one. This one's looking good. What it ran? Oh, it ran up yesterday, 36 to 45, and then this morning it's just sitting at 40. So not doing anything yet. Let me see, because on here, 36 to 37 yesterday. So I don't know. I'm telling you, his charts are so goofy right now. Like Finviz is all over the place, and it's not even close to what this is saying. And I can tell just by immediately looking at them that they're not even like relatively that close. So I have no idea. But XPON, this one was cruising. We looked at it again last night, and I said, "Whoa, this thing wants to get cruising again." So XPON, it is moving. It rolled up yesterday 3 to 473, and then today it opened at 540 and got up to 565. And yesterday it closed at 471, so it definitely gapped up this morning. And there you go at XPON and looking pretty solid. And again, that one's been on the list. And there's our Jolie's jumpers right there. Here we go. I thought the laptop ones were like right there. I was just gonna blast through. Here we go. I'll do the laptop lowdowns real quick and let's just see. Let's look at that SYRS and see what it's up to this morning. It's just that 207. I'm telling you, we're looking for a bounce today or it's going to be going down. Let me see. October 24th, just today's date. So nothing, can't really tell what that's up to. ADTX. Let's see what this one's doing. This one's just been riding there. And I think we just been waiting for that. Yeah, I think this one could be getting set up for around next week. $1.89. I don't know. It's the chart when you blow it up looks a little worse than when it's like really big. So it looks like it's right there. And then when you actually look at it, it's like it's a little further out than you think. So we'll keep an eye on that. But it is way down. CETX, this one, the it's curling up. It's obviously through and going up, but I don't know if it's actually going to be running. It's hot. It opened at 30 and it went up to 31 and its low is 29. So you will get to play it and bounce around a penny or two or a couple pennies here or there, but I'm not so sure you're going to get a huge pop until that 20 comes back down. We just happen to know that look now. So CYCC, this one's definitely a nice dipper right there. That is today's date, 98 to 99, down to 92, and just pulling back. We'll have to see. It's a nice pullback, but it should try to get off of this bottom down here at like 76 and might come down to. So I'll watch that one because that one will be good. EDBL, Edible Garden, that's up 16. What I tell you is last night, this thing wanted to get moving, and there you go. It's moving this morning, guys. So just like we were talking about last night, opened at 24 and went up to 40. So you already doubled it right there, just about, and didn't totally double it, but just about doubled it right there in the pre-market. And that's what we were talking about last night. And that's why, like I tell you, these penny ones, we pick them out at Friday night or well, at nighttime between 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock. And at 4 a.m., you can get up and they'll be popping like this. It's up 91%. So there you go. It probably hit like 100% this morning, and we looked at it last night, just a few hours ago, and said it was going to be moving. FRGT, that one is pulling back a little bit. I know this was on the list last night, and it is just pulling back. I'm going to keep an eye on that. It's not doing anything this morning, so I'll be looking at that one. GLMD. This one's just pulling back too, coming up to that. Oh wow, cross through and it's making a hard cross down. GLMD. Let me see. Yeah, that's interesting. I gotta watch that one today, how it runs a little bit. So I'll keep my eye on that one as well. GNLN, hold on, what is it? GNLN, Green Lane Holdings. This one's down in the basement. You know what? We're gonna watch for this one to try to make a quick pop, actually. GNLN. Let me write that down. That one could be a decent one right there pretty soon. HYZN. HYZN. Let's look at that. That's just pulling back. We had looked at that. I don't know if it's doing anything yet this morning. I doubt it. Nah, it's just pulling back there. So we'll keep an eye on that one. IVDA. And that one is just kind of flat in a good spot, though. IVDA, let me see. Look at this one's going to get moving relatively soon right there. IVDA, that one's looking pretty nice. LIXT, let's see. I think that one just took a nice dip yesterday, and it was setting up nice. LIXT, hold on. Oh yeah. I mean it was pulling back a little bit, but took a huge dip. So we might have to keep an eye on this till it gets to the bottom there. LIXT, that's going to be a nice one. ONCT, let's see that just pulling back and setting up to be in a pretty good spot there. ONCT, yeah, I would say ONCT is looking good right there. And SGBX, this one's popped up. Did that pop up today? Yeah, I think so. Hold on. SGBX, this one might have just popped up. Yeah, it was pulled back yesterday hard and just ran up this morning already. 112 to 274. There you go. That one did pop there. Laptop travel. Sober, SOBR. I know we were looking at this the other day. It ran up and it's just coming back to set back up. So we'll keep an eye on that one for next week. SVCO. This one's starting to curl back up. This is a pretty nice one too. SVCO. We'll have to keep an eye on this one and catch that curl up because it's starting to move and it's looking pretty decent this morning. Actually, 654 to 665. Keep an eye on that today, guys, and then next week that'll be a good one. TFFP. This one was setting up nice. We'll keep an eye on this dip. This was a really nice dip. It dipped today, or yeah, it dipped down this morning, as a matter of fact. TFFP, right? Yeah, that's this morning. Opened at 253 and got down to 166, and that's where it's sitting. So, what a dip early in the morning. Wow. Took an early morning dip right there. That's TFPP. I'm keeping my eye on that. And UAVS, let's look at it because we were looking at it the other day and it's about a day out. It did pop up yesterday. I meant to go over it. I forgot. I did see it. Because I've been looking at it. It opened at 173 and got up to like 397 yesterday. So it did run up there yesterday. UAVS, we had just been looking at it. 173 to 221 mine says, but I know it ran. I don't know exactly where it ran. This Finviz says it went higher than mine, so I'm not exactly sure. But this morning it's at 172 and just sitting there, but it's hitting that line. And I'll tell you what, it is looking good right there. The 20's coming down. It's at all the way at 7, but it has this hard line. I think that hard line is going to come down for it. So obviously, uh, yesterday's pop could have been that pop like the day or two before. Where was it? I'll tell you. Yeah, it was basically 2 days before, and now they have been. The last one I think popped about 2 days before, so they were like the day before. Now they're getting to be around 2 days before, and then they pull back and cross through. So we'll keep an eye on it, and then I think it's going to wait for a hard line to come down to it. But UAVS definitely have popped up yesterday, so watch for a little bit of pullback at the moment. UPXI, this one did pop up too. Was that yesterday? Yeah, UPXI. Yeah, it did pop up yesterday, 349 to 855. That was a hell of a run. I remember I saw this one. And then this morning, 302 to 325, back to 280. So ran up a little bit more this morning. and that's UPXI, and that is our laptop lowdowns right there. And boom, you guys let me know what you guys want to look at. Let me hop through and see what's going on real quick. And good morning, Green Thumbs. Here's a few more ARBB, a couple more poppers this morning right here. ARBB, woohoo, yeah, this one's jumping up. Keep an eye on that one. I like it. ARBB. That one did pop up this morning. 35 to 97. Took that like nice curl around and just popped up. Could run up in the top there, ARBB. Buru. This one's been running around. I mean, we've been watching it and it was curling, trying to make that hard curl back up, Buru. And it appears that it's trying to get moving again, guys. So keep your eye on Buru because the 20 and 50 are meeting up and this one could get cruising again. And I know it got up to what that 160 the other day last week. Well, it might try to touch that again really soon next week. Edible is looking great. FFIE, that one was actually moving up, and we'll have to keep an eye and see if it wants to have a massive run again because it's looking really good at the moment. 214 to 290. We weren't really watching it, but it did jump right up. And I'll tell you what, it had that look where it was bouncing off the bottom yesterday. So if we did look at it, we probably would have known, but we weren't really looking at it. So FFIE, we'll keep an eye on it just to see if it wants to have another massive run. LILM, nice dippage right there. Oh, that one's going to be on our list for sure. And then it has a little bit of pop up, 18 to 29 today. Had a really nice dip yesterday, 55 to 17. So we're going to have to keep our eye on that one too, because that one's still in the basement and way down there. And SGBX. Let's look at that. Safe and Green Holdings jumped up this morning. SGBX. Oh yeah, that one looked good this morning as well. 112 to 274. So there you go with the rest of the Joe Lee's jumpers. Thank you very much, Asian Joe Lee. Greatly appreciate them bad boys. And yeah, QLGN, JFBR, EFSH, all popping up this morning that we were looking at. Um, Let me take a look and see what else we're looking at this morning. Let me run through real quick. BJDX, I knew there was another one on there I missed. That Blue Jay Diagnostics just pulling back. Let's see if the Blue Jay wants to fly off. Pulled back pretty much the last 2 days as it was really getting set up there. And let me bring it up and see. It's not doing anything today, but I would look at it because oh yeah, it is. Oh, it just opened at 10. I think it's gonna get bouncing, guys. So watch for that BJDX to bounce back. I think that one's gonna look pretty decent. I don't think it's gonna try to get back in the basement. I think that bottom was the other day on the 18th when it got down to 8 cents, and it's at 9, almost 10 right now. So I think that one's looking pretty decent right there. So keep your eye on that. Let me see what else is going on. If I missed anything, if I did, I apologize. Let me just scroll up and see. I thought I just saw somebody UAVS. We just did Green Thumbs, so I hope you heard that one. And FLYE, I thought I just saw one. Mike Drincalo, how are you this morning? FLYE, let's look at Fly E Group and see, because that one actually just popped up. When was that? Today or yesterday? Yesterday, huh? And that's one we were just looking at as well. And it did. It ran up 63 to 94 yesterday. And today it's at 63 and 62. It came down a penny. I think it might have to pull back right now, and then it's going to set up that 20 and 50 are going to look even better for next week. So another one to keep an eye on. But yeah, we were watching that, and it flew up yesterday. So if you caught that pop, that was a nice popper. And BENF, I remember looking at this a couple weeks ago. BENF. And it looks like it's going to try to get rolling off. It ran up a little yesterday, 125 to 175. It's at 120 to 126 this morning, and it's not looking bad. So I would say that one looks decent to try to roll off. I'll look at it again. It's not really giving me a whole lot of look this morning. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna roll off. That is today. I thought it was yesterday's date on the FinViz, but they are both today's date, and it is looking solid to try to keep moving. So I would say BENF is looking good right there, Mike Trincalo. And let's take a look and see what else is going on. Let me hit the market real fast, make sure everything's looking good. Yeah, everything's basically green except Tesla and Apple. Let's look at the big caps real quick. The SPY is back up 580.69. And and like I said, it's crossed through going down and somehow it's just staying up. So they're going to keep it between the 20 at 576 and they're not going to get it over that 585. They probably won't even take it over that 583 today. And uh and then next week, I'm telling you, this thing is set up and something's happening because it's getting ready to blast off. And yeah, it's like I said, you're just getting some pullback right here and there's so much support underneath. You have the 20 at 576, the hard line at 570, the 50s coming up to meet it at 567, another support line at 560. I mean, it's just insane. So if it you would have to see like nukes go off for this thing to go down that far at this point. I mean, it's just it would really have to trigger something wild. So that one's getting the spy's looking great. So let's roll through and look at the rest of them real quick. Nvidia, this is up 30 cents this morning. And I mean, these things are right at the top. They're going to run in the top. This thing's setting up for next week, and it's going to run up into the top right there in Nvidia. Just watch for any pullback and any good pricing at any good prices. Apple is down below that hard support line. It's perfectly fine. It's actually great for it. Let it pull back. This thing is setting up. I'll be looking at this today and over the next day or so be tomorrow on Monday because it did cross down, which is perfectly fine. I don't think it's gonna get far down there. Your 50s there at 226, which will probably just hold it up. And you want to talk about getting ready to go blasting off. Apple has something in the works right there. Just it has to pull back to make that room and it's actually perfect. So these pullbacks are beautiful. Google, I'm telling you what, this thing's setting up like an animal too, and another one just pulling back. I'm telling you, this market is setting up to be so bullish, even next week probably. And I'm telling you, you could see the transformation happening. I mean, it's just I've been telling you guys what you see, and yeah, it looks like it's already locked and loaded. I mean, you might as well just print the election results right now because it looks like it doesn't even matter at this point, to be honest with you. I'm just telling you what the charts look like, and it's a beautiful thing for us. I'm telling you right now because they have not run correctly in 4 years, pretty much. I'd say 3.5, and they look like they're going to try to get back to normal. And I'm telling you, holy cow, are we going to love it as a show? Oh my goodness, it's going to be amazing. So just hold tight, watch a little bit of pullback, and these things are going to be spring loaded and they go wild. So obviously, we're going to have a nice run coming up. Even Amazon, I mean, it's just getting ready. I was saying last night with the holiday season coming up, holy cow, Amazon's getting ready to just rock and roll. Meta's up back three. I mean, Meta can't even, it needs to pull back down to here to 550. It can't even do it. And yesterday was probably its bottom there at what is it, 561? Yeah, it couldn't even get back down to 550. Remember, I was saying it probably is going to get back down there. I don't think it can. It's just that strong right now. Maybe it will. We'll see what the 20 wants to do, but I'm telling you, it pulling back, it still doesn't want to. Maybe it'll have a quick dip. Watch for it, that quick dip and rip. But yeah, setting up another one. And these things are just going to get wild. You can just see. And pretty crazy stuff right there. But yeah, Meta's going to set up as well. Tesla, I mean, we kind of knew what was going to happen with that. And of course, it's going to pull back after it just ran up like 40 something dollars yesterday. So let it pull back a little bit. And just another one getting set up. It's way over to 20 now. It was below it. And that's how fast it changed around. And then these are going to move, say, after the election in like 3, 4 weeks. Tesla's going to be super bullish. So Tesla's looking really good right there. Let me just take a look at what was it, JAGX, because I couldn't tell what the heck that was doing, and still can't tell because it's not doing anything this morning. JAGX, let's see. It is 112 right now. Yesterday, like I said, it was looking really good on my chart, and then you couldn't tell, but on the FinViz, it looked like it was just going to crash, and it kind of pulled back. So another one, like I said, the chart, they're a little bit wacky right now. Like I'd never seen them before. So it's almost like a little transformation taking place right before your eyes. And that's what that appears to be. So yeah, I keep saying it's just like craziness. It's like I'm not even looking at the same chart sometimes. And uh and then when you really start to look at them, you're like, all right, these things are like trying to shift. You can almost see it. So that's JAGX. Let me look at UNCY. Doubt it's doing anything. It's not, but it was sitting in the right spot. And another one, I just couldn't tell yesterday. I'll look at them as they open. It was pulling back on mine, and the FinViz looked like it was about to like get crazy. So I still can't tell. Has yesterday's date, and I'll look at them bad boys when it opens up. Let's look at crypto real quick. I don't even know if I looked at it yet this morning, but it is pretty green. Bitcoin's almost back at 68,000, so that's really nice. And let's just see, it's going to roll off of there. It appears to, maybe it's not this weekend. It's hard to tell at this moment. It was setting up to roll off, but it could come back down. It's like kind of teetering right there. So I'll keep an eye on it today. Ethereum appears to be trying to bounce back off of that 50, which is good, and trying to crawl back up. Solana's back to 173 right there. It was a little higher last night. And again, this thing was all the way at the top. I think it needs some pullback, and it didn't quite get to the 180s. It was just right about there. Maybe it pulls back a hair and gets set back up. Let's look at Cardano. This one is trying to yeah, this one's going down. It's just trying to hold itself up right now as it's pulling back. Doge is under 14, and it's just making a super base right there. And it's pulling back to the line. It could cross down and come back down and then go right back up. So I'll keep an eye on that as the weekend um progresses. So we'll look at that. Bonk is sitting at it's making a really nice base. Bonk getting ready to get crazy, guys. So Bonk's looking really good right there. And there's our crypto report. And what else is going on real quick? Let me see what else we're looking at real fast here. We got all them. Let me pop into the stock twits and see what's happening. That SAG is trending at Monopar that ran up, and MNPR ran up big yesterday. That's trending up there. Jobby's coming down. Sophie, this thing's still going up. This is insane. This thing's an animal right now, Sophie. So play it safely but accordingly. I mean, it's it's up to 11. I swear yesterday's look was that top, and it went up even higher. So I completely didn't know that one. And yeah, that surprises me that that thing wanted to run up even higher today, but there you go. I'm actually impressed. So what else is happening there? And there's just a couple going down, nothing crazy. Buru's running up. Funds trying to run back up $1. What's that DJT doing this morning, real quick? Let's take a look at it. It's back up to 35.25, it appears. Yeah, it's looking pretty solid. I bet it rolls up in the top and just keeps. I bet it stays up there almost until the election. It could honestly. So there you go. IBRX. Let's look at that one real quick. That's up 21. Oh, that one's popped up this morning. IBRX. Oh yeah, that one ran 442 to 550. So that was way up there this morning. Looking good. And let me just pop into the scanner for a quick second. And our edible, I'm telling you, I mean, how awesome was that? I see people Rosa, he loved that one. I know other people had already hit that today, so they were excited about edible, and we hit that right on point. We're gonna be looking at the ZPTA. I think this one's getting set up, so keep your eye on it. And it did pop up a little bit this morning, so I think this one's going to be a mover real soon. So we're going to keep an eye on that. And CNSP, I'll look at that to see what it wants to do. XPON, XPON, another big popper for us. And that JTAI just came dipping down. QLGN, another one, just didn't really do the bounce, but it did a little tiny bounce, but not like I didn't think it was going to, and it really didn't bounce hard. So nothing that you missed there. And there you go. I would say that's our market right there, our pre-market for Friday. So boom. I would say we already have a bunch of poppers, edibles running nice right there. So we do have some that are popping up as usual, and we'll have more, I'm sure. So let me know what you guys want to see throughout the day. I'll be on social media posting, and I'll be around trading and locking in these profits and just trying to find the next big popper. You know that, and we will still rock and roll these options. And like I said, we'll have an option show. I'll give you a little rundown on what I did. I gave a little brief description last night. We ran through one, and so if you want to check out last night's show, but I'll definitely do that show and get everyone on board because I'm telling you, when you seen that Tesla option yesterday, it was absolutely insane. So and there you go. And that is our pre-market show. So everybody have a great Friday, lock in those profits and trade smart. And I'm telling you, this market's getting fired up, guys, and we are going to crush it. So I hope everybody's as excited as I am because it is looking great. So have a great day, everybody, and let me know what you guys want to see. I'll be around and I'll catch you guys later. Have a good day and XPON. Boom, that thing is blasted off. So we'll find the next XPON, the next EDBL. You know that we find them all. And literally last night we were looking at them saying, I mean, you just got to get up early at 4 a.m. and run that web bull, and we know what's happening. It's well, we know which ones are going to happen. We're really zeroing in on them too. So I think for sure I got to start hopping on that web bull early just to hit these bad boys because I mean they're running up like wild right there, and we know exactly which ones to look at in the morning. It's not even a question. I mean, we can mark them off and have the five of them to look at real quick at 4 a.m. and they're going to be moving. You know what's going to happen. So we'll definitely have to take advantage of that as well. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Asian Jolie, I always appreciate the Jolie's jumpers. Helps everybody else out as well because it just makes the show just run smooth in the morning, and we know it's popping. So I greatly appreciate them every day. And Laptop Travel, all your work and your laptop lowdowns and everything else. Green Thumbs, East Coast Beach Girl, Mike Trincalo, Elena Quid, Bong Pre, Chan, Sinister 4 Force, and DeFi 423D. Stacy, how are you this morning? Thank you for tuning in. And again, let me know if you guys want to look at anything today. You know I'll be around, and I'll catch you guys later. And I'll try to, and we'll knock out an option show tomorrow, and I'll give you a little rundown. That way, everybody can get on board for next week. And I'm telling you, it can be life changing. So, keep your eyes out for that link as well. I'll post it out and let you guys know. So have a great day and lock in those profits, guys. Trade smart, and I'll talk to you later. Have a good day.